back from group now. Change. Now, well, I'm back from group now, and you might have noticed that something's changed. Yes, I've had my hair cut. I know I was going on ages ago about it being too short, but the lady that cut it the last time done such a horrendous job. It was unlevel, like that. Now, you know, in my old video, it absolutely killed me. So, my original hairdresser managed to get hold of her and like, please, 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 you know, I'm begging you. And she has said that in the 40 odd years that she has been cutting hair, that was the worst haircut. That was the worst haircut that she'd ever had to rectify. Now that's bad. It's almost as if she was showing me that like there was a length of hair that just instead of it going straight, it was going round like that. But what we had realised is that now my fringe is usually this side and it's a parting that goes that way. And she put the comb and she flicked it the other way and she went, she's actually cut your hair for the other side. And she said, that's why you was having this. See, when it was this side, I had like this line that went across my head like that. And she, anyway, she cut my hair out. She said she's actually cut it, the side of the parting we've got now. And I was like, really? I was like, because I told her where my parting was. She said, no, that's what she's done. That's why you've got this wedge looking hair and it's too short to have it the other side. So we've got to put up with it this way, which is going to be a little bit difficult because I keep going like this. So I've got to remember that the parting's this side. And she said, I've got to cut it to, you know, she said, like, it's cut like this, for example. She said, and even though the longer side was cut better than the shorter side, she said, I've got to cut it to the shorter side because you need to level it up. And the same, so we've took quite a bit off the back. But I've got sort of curly hair, curly-ish wavy hair. So we've messed it up at the back. Would you like to see the back? Let me turn around. I don't know if I'm in camera. And so instead of having a great big line lump and then this was all long, we've cut it all back. I feel like I've levelled up. So yes, it's short, but I feel like I've got a hairstyle now, so I can work with what I've got now. But oh my God, it's took ages and ages. So talk about, I was beginning to, you know, I lost my bit of weight and I was beginning to feel confident, and just by having that wrong haircut totally threw my confidence. Just totally. You know, I was embarrassed to speak to people, a bit embarrassed on coming on here. I literally glued my hair with hairspray, which has caused me to have a rash around the side of my head. What do you think? Do you reckon it's okay? It was also looking really frumpy. So, and I am 51. I know I'm old, but hey, I didn't want to feel older than my years. So, that's that. So, slimming. Let's get on with slimming. So, I've had quite a busy week, as I say every week. I got to group. Now, I usually go to group on a Friday morning. No, I don't. I go to a group on a Thursday morning, 9 o'clock, Thursday morning, I'm there. Then that way I've got the rest of the day to stick to plan. So, Fridays is now my radio day. So, don't know if obviously you might have heard that I do radio presenting. I've only done it a couple of weeks. It's a bit nervy, but my radio show is 10 till 1 on a Friday. I usually go shopping on a Friday morning. sort of 7 o'clock in the morning, down to Asda. But it's all changed because I can't get back because I've got to get to the radio station to prep, make sure the studio and everything's okay. So I've got to get there about 9ish. And I just can't. I can't get to the shop. I can't risk being too late because it goes live on air. Can't like go halfway through and go, oh, by the way, you know, oh, I just got back from shopping. So I now go shopping on the Thursday. I go in the mornings. It's a lot easier, which now means I can't go to Slimming Thursday mornings. Now I go somewhere. I said to Wendy, I'm like, some weeks it's going to be 11 o'clock, but the majority of the time I'm thinking it's going to be 6 o'clock. I'm thinking that might be the best time. So that's when I went this week. I went 6 o'clock because I was bowling and doing other things. So I went 6 o'clock Thursday, but I didn't stay for the whole group because I had to rush back because I was down the Bowls Club. And you'll get used to me running down the Bowls Club. Love it, can't help it. I just like it there. And I went to weigh. I went to, you know, pay. And she's at least Nicola behind the counter. She said, Sam, she said, do you want to pay, I can't remember now what it was, £17 something or other. She said for the missed weeks. It's been a few weeks. Or she said, do you want to rejoin at £10 something or other? Well, it was a big decision actually, because I was thinking, do I go with the cheaper option, start again from scratch? Or, but then I lose, you see, my 2 stone awards, my Club 10 that I had achieved, and literally you're starting again from scratch. Or do I pay the more money and keep what I had? So anyway, I'm an Arden, and I chose to start again from scratch. Now I don't know if that's the right decision. I feel at the moment it's the right decision. So at that particular time I hadn't weighed because you paid first, and I was convinced what with going on holiday and missing a couple of weeks that I had gone to pot, to be perfectly honest, and also had my husband's birthday. And I was like, oh God. Anyway, stood on the scales, and it meant I'd put on £4, but I'd started from scratch, so it didn't matter. I was no gain. But it worked out. I'd only put on £4 in the three or 4 weeks I'd had missing, which I was pretty chuffed with, to be perfectly honest, because I know I've eaten cake when I was down in Lou, and KFC, and you know, I hadn't been good, and I'd be lying if I said I would. But I was a little bit mindful. You know, there was a lot more I could have ate that I didn't. But then I sort of regretted it, because I thought, oh, perhaps I should have kept, you know, my what do you call it? My record. Hold on one sec. Sorry about that. Knock on the door. So anyway, I was still on the scales, and I then regretted starting from scratch, because I'd be like, oh, it was only £4. But anyway, now looking, I think, right, start again, yet again, start again. So I have got a new pack. Makes me laugh. How many times have you got a new pack? Now I'm in an orange. Do I start with this new book? I don't actually know what my new Club 10 record is, because the little bit of group I did stay with, I said to her, Wendy, can I have a diary, please? So she said, well, are you going to commit to the diary, or are you just asking me for a diary? I was like, no. I said, I've rejoined today. I just need a new diary, so I can, so I do my 4 weeks. And so she was like, oh, she said, in that case, if you've rejoined, you can have a new pack. So I was like, oh, get in. So I got a new pack. I have been writing it down. So it was Thursday. Friday, I was bang on it. Saturday morning, I got up, had my breakfast, like I usually do. And then, fruit and yogurt, and different things. Then I was busy and I missed lunch. I got to stage where I was like, oh, here we go again. But I knew I was going out for something to eat. And I was playing bingo. I've never been to bingo before. So I was like, right, I'll have something to eat in the pub. Only like a grill. Because what we did the other day in group, a few weeks ago now, is we was looking at, when you look at a menu and you can see the different calories, it doesn't necessarily, if we choose on a Slimming World diet, if we choose the lower calories, it could actually be worse for our plan. So for example, the lasagna was lower calories than the gammon and chips. Right. So I actually chose gammon and chips. And the reason why I chose gammon and chips was because the gammon is free. All right, there might be a little bit of oil on there, but the gammon is free. The potatoes are free. I know they're fried, but they're still a free sauce. The peas, tomato, and I had a bit of pineapple. But I did have onion rings, which are not free. I can't really class the little strip inside the batter as speed food. As much as I want to. I just can't. So obviously they're sins. Or I could have chosen the lasagna, but now that would have been high mint, a high mint content, fat content. It wouldn't have been 5% less fat in it. Plus you got the sauces on it. Then you had chips and everything, and I just chose what I looked at that had the more free food in it, even though it was higher calories. Don't know if I done right or wrong, who knows, but that's what I did. So that was Saturday. Then we went to the bingo, and I just had Diet Coke while I was playing. No, I didn't win anything, but it was just a fact of going down there. I thought it was great fun. So I'm now a member of Buzz Bingo, and I'll be going again. So then Sunday was we had car boot, done a car boot sale to get rid of the majority of this stuff that that my husband gets hold of. So we had to go not quite far away. It's about 3/4 of an hour away. But it meant I had to get up at 4:30 in the morning to get there and for it to start at 6. And I'm not one for getting up. No, I'm not one for getting up in the morning. So anyway, I did that. I took some bananas and some grapes and my own tea. But I did eat a donut from the donut stall opposite. I only ate one, but I could have ate 4, but I ate 1. And then when we come home, I was like to husband, I am absolutely knackered. I'm going to bed. Then I woke up and no way I was cooking roast dinner. I'm being up like that. He can go do one. So what I ended up doing is we ended up with a takeaway curry. But I chose sashlik, which is I think is one of the lower sinned options. I cut some salad up, so I cut some lettuce, tomato and cucumber up very fine and some boiled rice. So I don't think that was particularly bad. So, and then I had a Solero ice cream afterwards, which is about 5 cents. So then this morning I've woke up and it's like, right, come on, back on it. So I've cut the rest of my melon up, which was half a melon, strawberries and an orange, I think it was, and some yogurt. So as much as I'm naughty, I am trying to be mindful of naughty. And now tonight, because I'm on Monday, I've been out and I had my hair cut and whatnot, and I've missed dinner, lunch yet again. They're going to have gammon and chips. I'm going to do perhaps, I quite fancy the Slimming World salmon, so I might actually put that on, thinking about it. It's one of my favourite things to eat, so I might actually do that. Yeah. So when I go, and I've been writing it down. Let me just show you. Now they tell you to be truthful. That's what I wrote. Sorry, but being truthful. I wrote exactly what I've done. Boot fair at 4:30. Went out to bingo. She asked for truth. I'm giving her truth. At the end of the day, what's the point of pretending that I've wrote and I've eaten all this wonderful food? Because the only person I'm lying is me. She don't care that I went out and had gammon and chips. As long as you pay her the money, it doesn't matter. But the only person that, you know, that you're lying to is yourself. So I was writing it down. I'm telling you the truth. And I know exactly what she's going to write on it for... not next week, week after. You've not eaten enough speed food. Bet £10 to a penny, that's what she says. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to stay to group. Now, the other thing I mentioned in my last video is that my daughter was going to join with me. No, she's too... She by the time she finishes work, she can't do it. She is going to come and join me. Not today, but she is going to do a video with me. But she's just going to follow the slimming that she's decided. She's going to the gym and she's going to follow the slimming plan, the same as me at home. So when I do this salmon fish in a minute, there's 2 in a tray. We'll have boiled potatoes, veg, and that together. So that's that. So she's not actually going to join me in group, but she'll do it at home. So yeah, then we'll have to wait and see now whether I lose any weight. So the other thing is, I don't know what my club 10 is, and that I'll have to ask her that in group on Thursday. Thursday is going to be a manic day for me because I have a bowls competition at 10 o'clock in the morning. I then have another competition in the afternoon at 2 o'clock. That'll finish at about 4, 5 o'clock. Then slimming is 6 o'clock, so I'm going to run up to my nearest town where I go and get weighed, which is Hope Tea. And then hubby is in a game at 6 o'clock, so I'm going to go up to 6 o'clock, come back down to the bowls club. So basically I'm in the bowls club all day Thursday. But I made my mind up. I am going, after that second comp, I'm going straight up there, have a cup of tea, relax in the group, come back down, and then by then he'll be finished his game or near on, and I'll see the tail end of it. So that's that sorted. That's that bit done. So, and then I'll be all ready for Friday again for my radio show. So don't forget, 103.8 FM, Mid Sussex Radio. Join me on there, see if you can. Right, I'm going to wrap it up now. And then hopefully I'll be able to talk about some more personal stuff, different things in the next video. So I'm going to leave it here. If you've enjoyed this video, please give me a like, thumbs up, subscribe, whatever. And leave a comment below. And I shall see you on the other side. No, I shall see you a bit later.